Alright. And it looks like everything's ready to go for whenever Dennis sends us matches. I think the first stream match is going to be Tommy versus Berlin Walrus. Tommy is a Seth player from Canada, and he does the new combos, so he at least knows how to play Seth. I haven't seen BW play in like so long, but I know that he used to play Wagner. But I have not seen him play since locals, so.
A new sacrifice comes to you.
Cool. Alright, that's both of them. So Wagner versus Seth. Wagner is like insanely good this patch. What with her VO strip routes and just insanely high damage, she can make you sort of have to guess in order to properly play the game. I don't know how experienced BW is in actually doing any of those things, but if he is, then this can certainly be difficult for someone with pixie health like Seth. Oh, tries to mash out of 6C, but crushes lows. Good defense from Tommy. Yep, and there's the new Seth round. Oh, gets caught. Misspaces the throw, so gets blown up a little bit for it. Not too much damage. I'm not too sure why you would 2-2C CS. I know it's insanely plus, but 2C is also already pretty plus itself, right? So there almost feels like there's no reason for them to do this, right? But, oh, nice 5CC out. Oh, it drops the combo though. And wow. It looks like PW is, yeah, I know 2-2C is +9, but there's no reason to CS it, right? Yeah, it looks like BW doesn't really have like the best combos, right? He's got some of the pressure, slash Tommy doesn't seem to be terribly familiar with like where you can actually mash out against Wagner. That combo is really sick. Yeah, doesn't jump or do anything about the B dive. Gets a good hit in, but again, doesn't seem to know actual like optimal combos, so sort of opting to use 2-2C and only gets like 2.5. Yeah, one more combo for Tommy, and he's probably dead. Oh, gets caught trying to lay an orb down. Nice VO. Gets him out of the corner. Oh, see, command grab, doesn't jump it. I feel like if you ever see Super Flashing in Seth, you're pretty safe to, like, jump it, right? He doesn't have, like, his DP is not air unblockable. And a lot of times jumping over it, you should just, like, will clean jump over it. There's almost no reason to get hit by the command grab like that. Yeah, catch him with a basic unblockable. Oh, nice JC. He stole the corner. I don't think PW was ready for that. Oh yeah, parry. He should be dead here, right? Yeah. Nice. That was a really good round from Tommy. Tommy trying to use air movement to really fake out BW. He is going for the same strings, but I don't think BW is really aware of what's happening. So it's working out for him. Ooh. Yep, another little baby unblockable. I think maybe BW is a little bit too scared of a dive when he sees Seth going into like the dive animation, so just sort of standing there and not really doing very much. But good round to BW. Oh, it doesn't confirm off the dive hit. I'm pretty sure that's a good starter too. At least it was an ST. Yep, +9. But I don't think he's really doing scary strings, right? Like, he's not really staggering. He's not really, like, taking advantage of some of the Wagner's good pressure, right? And so Tommy's just content to just sit there and shield him out, right? Oh. Oh, gets caught, but isn't able to confirm off that. 2C trading, but not able to combo off of it. Oh, nice jump out. I think if he had done charge JC, he probably would have clipped Tommy with it. Yeah, very good DP. Game 2 goes to Tommy. I think BW probably needs to just pay a little bit more attention to what Tommy's doing in the air. He has good Wagner has good answers to dealing with it, but he seems to just be getting flustered by the movement. Yep, unblockable. Yeah, like right there, it's pretty hard, but you want to like either ADP or BDP as Wagner, right? Like both work out pretty well in that situation. Oh, nice smash out. Oh, loses the corner with that. I think that's really bad. Nice. I'm gonna assume that was a 3 COS. I don't know how proficient Tommy is at OSing, but that was definitely 66C, 63B, but he just like crossed up his input and like didn't realize he like input too early, and so he got the B blink. I know that feeling. Oh, tries to catch him up back in with 3C. 2A starter doesn't yield too much damage. Oh, nice smash out from BW. Not afraid of the orb. Okay, that was a decent confirm. Definitely not optimal, but better than what he's been doing. Oh, good force function out. A lot of times when Seth goes for like tricky fastball kick stuff, you can just sort of mash, and it'll hit him. I think PW is also not really recognizing when he's doing shield car at like plus spacings, and not really taking advantage of that, right? Like right there, Tommy didn't shield anything, so it was definitely still his turn to take. Oh, wake up, DP. Nice blocks on the overhead, and a good 2v mash out right after it. I think it's a little scary to mash right there, because I believe Wagner can like special cancel, and if you eat a shield car right there, you just sort of die, but... I think he's dead if he finishes this combo. Oh, he doesn't. Wake up Iwex does not work out for him. Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna mash as any character, mashing a Seth is reasonable. Well, pseudo-reasonable, right? Because if you're wrong, you just die. But I think that it turns out to be okay. Because you do have fast normals, although they are a little bit stubby. But yeah, if he had chosen a shield car, Seth just kind of dies. I don't know who's up next. Mashing a Seth versus Wagner feels hella dice rolly. Yeah, I mean that's fair. I think mashing against Wagner in general is really dice rolly, right? Like, well, this version of Wagner it's a little bit less dice rolly. There are a little bit more obvious opportunities to mash, right? ST it was definitely a dice roll. I feel like you were just like hoping that the Wagner did something wrong, but. I feel like now if you do it smart, it can be pretty effective, right? Like there are definitely situations that you can mash run now, but 60 is not one of them, really. So we are waiting on another match for Dennis to give to me. We might be getting Fake Steve versus someone. I don't know where the bracket's at. Let me go ask Dennis. Got a bracket for me. Oh yeah, nice. Smash GG didn't like. I know that Smash GG doesn't like a lot of stuff though. It's functional most of the time, but it's like sometimes it's not very functional. But it's better than it's honestly better than what used to be there. As much as Smash GG like sucks, it's definitely better than what we used to have. Which is to say Challenge and TO Pro. I used TO Pro for a tournament that I ran in high school, man. That software was garbage. Yeah, that's sort of the nature of web apps though, right? Like sometimes they work really well and sometimes they just fucking do not work at all. Stream queue, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, it looks like we've got Chuha and Try on next on the stream queue. Chu, I know, is a Gordo player. They do pretty sick art also, if you check out their Twitter. They draw mostly Gordo. So that's something I can get behind. But it'll definitely be... Oh yeah, you can slide in. I can sit in a channel if you would like. We can go into the... I assume you have commentary role in Washington, right? So you should be able to hop in there, right? Nice.
Yo, what's
and
up?
then I will Discord stream this for you.
That sounds wonderful.
I don't have any of the fancy... Oh, I do have some fancy overlay stuff. Like, I've got this transition right here. Hold on.
Hold
Oh my god, it's the same as when we did the... It's the same transition as,
Oh, is the crew battle?
Yeah, it's the crew battle. I haven't touched it at all.
Frost with a -1. Gotta love it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Tri versus Chuha. I think these are two newer players, right? I don't know who Tri plays, but I know Chuha play. I know Chu plays Gordo. So.
Well, if we're to believe the avatars, then I would say Chaos, but this is under an item. That means literally nothing.
Alright, I'm back. Alright, I've also got the stream queue up, so I can know what matches we have on deck.
That is one thing that Smash GG has that makes my life as a stream producer like absolutely sick. Is when my TOs know how to properly use the stream queue on Smash GG, my job is so fucking easy.
Well, let me tell you, Dennis definitely knows how to use Smash GG. He's definitely like super good TO. So shout outs to Dennis. He runs all of our local stuff. He puts together everything for us. So
Shout outs to Dennis.
shout outs to Dennis indeed. He does stuff. He does TOing stuff for majors too. If you ever go to any major,
that's what Stanley was telling me.
yeah. If you ever go to any major, he is definitely like doing stuff there. He got shout outs after TOing stuff at AA, which is a pretty sick tournament. The only mistake I think he made at that was putting David on the mic.
True, that is a pretty big mistake. It's a mistake that I make from time to time, but
Yeah, I mean, truly, what TO doesn't make little mistakes like that occasionally, you know? Alright,
the
so...
secret is getting drunk David on the mic.
No, he was sober.
No mistake at all.
We got, Gord versus Hyde.
Okay, so it's Hyde, not Chaos.
Hyde is, decent in bullying, but I think this matchup is fine, personally. Hyde kind of can't use pizzas very much.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this definitely seems like a general no pizza zone.
It is definitely a no pizza zone. 236A and force function sort of police. Yeah, I hate that. You have to 236B sometimes based on distance. Yeah, and it looks like Chu's going for baby routes, but
Hey,
you know, baby routes still do
count,
pretty
man.
good damage.
Old mashes out IC5C. I mean, Gord has no reversal at this point, so you kind of don't have to respect the change shift on defense. The only thing you're really scared of is like a backdash, or him catching you assaulting or something like that.
Oh, that's the EL route right there.
That's the save and a ground bounce route.
That's also why it's the EL route.
You know, it's sometimes on net play the ash block comes out of everyone. It's an understandable mistake from Charlie.
Honestly, dash blocking on net play is impossible. Yo, that was sick. He slid under. That's a really common situation. You slide under something, your opponent has no idea what's happening, and you smash 2C and hit him. Like, it's actually so good. The recovery on 3C is pretty low.
Gord is like always a good call. Oh, he did EXSM too early.
There's sometimes where you can't do it, right? Like, you have to... There's certain labbed out situations, like, I will mash 2A against Merkaba, 63A if I shield it, because he can't 6-6B 2A. But he can 6-6B me if I press 2C. So it's like... If you have specific lab situations, mashing 2C is not great, but... If you don't know what's happening, mashing 2C is an excellent mash button.
Oh, thanks for the heads up, Celestial. This is how you know I haven't commentated in a while, because that's usually my default to everyone, even people I know.
Jesus, dude. Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
I'm out of practice.
ファーストクローズディバイド
Oh no! Gets mashed on the T2A.
That was bold.
Oh, drops a combo.
Oh,
Unfortunate.
no challenge.
3C?
Slides right in those DMs. Wins the cycle off at 2. A sim
Wake
CS?
up a sim? Nah, sim CS sucks.
Oh, does it suck?
It's like 2.1 or 2.2. It's not very
Yeah,
good.
that's better than Seth.
Yeah, but Seth doesn't have to use meter, right? Seth just does it. Or,
セカンドクローズ
Not for A grab. A
Not for
grab
A-grab,
CS
that's
is
true.
like just barely 2k. Full
I will say
optimized.
Seth A grab is not very good.
Seth A grab is pretty bad, except when it's godlike.
It's good at making people flinch so that you can actually frame trap them, right? Which is the same thing that Gordo uses it for, to be honest, right?
That's true.
Oh, no.
Gordo can do the same thing where you show A grab in a situation, so you catch the fuzzy jump with dash B grab.
Nah, you don't want that. Dash B grab is like really bad, right? It's like meme option. You'd rather catch their fuzzy jump with like a 5B.
I mean,
Or
probably,
2C.
but it does a lot less mental damage.
That's fair. The realest mental damage is like B grabbing VO, which you're like the only
Seth can't
character
do that.
can
Only
do
Gord
that.
can do that.
Yeah, Gordo is the only character that can really smash people out of VO. Actually, Elnum can air throw, I think. Yo,
That
nice
sounds
FF.
like really specific.
I think Elnum and Akatsuki can air grab VO, and then Gordo can just B grab it.
You've got to like be in the air already when they VO though.
Yeah, no, it's not something that they can do. I think Elnum might be able to do it on reaction, but I think it's difficult either way. But
I could see that actually. Eldum's air throw is massive.
ファーストクローズディバイド
Game 2 going to Chu. Oh, nice 5C and the confirm off it too.
Yeah, Tri just really hasn't had a chance to get anything started. You know, the offense hasn't led into anything scary. Oh, 6-6 though.
60C no pickup though. I like Chu's usage of like 5C2A rebeats here. They're really policing Tri from like doing anything, sort of keeping Tri from pressing anything really.
Oh, 2 sees the air assault. Wins the cycle back to IC 5C. You gotta stand up for those.
Oh, yeah, I hate
Killed
that.
off
It's
that,
got
right?
kind of a weird body. Yeah, if you do the right combo, you can kill from that. Especially with CS.
Yeah, comboing hide is actually like a huge pain for a lot of characters because he floats so much higher than everybody else when you're hitting him.
Yeah.
クローズディバイド
There's one thing you have to do, like, as Gord. Like, you have to sort of pay attention to the height at which you land 226A, because it means you might have to delay, like, the third follow-up to actually, like, grab them with a sim.
That makes sense.
Oh, so yeah, no, that's the no pizza zone right there.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a
especially
corner
against
route?
Gord with Vorpal.
Yeah, that was pretty
That was a
nice
big
route.
route.
Oh no,
Oh,
with
jumps
5C is
over.
death! Wow, it doesn't even
Oh, no
CS.
blocks.
Oh, wake up a sim, let's go.
Alright, what's that? 3-0 for Chu?
Yeah, 3-0 for Chu. That's pretty good
Going
stuff.
Fast.
A new
Definitely using some of the beginner routes, but there's definitely nothing wrong with that, right? Like, his beginner routes like still do pretty decent damage, right? You're only losing like a couple hundred compared to the
Exactly.
optimal stuff.
You get a hit, you get a knockdown, you run Oki, that's how you win the game.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, you get a Simoki even on baby routes, so they're definitely still worth going for. Like, I'll go for them off of like really weird hits where I don't know what's happening, but that's just something to keep in mind.
That's actually been like one of the huge godsends in Claire for Seth, is that B air DP lets you stabilize like so many random hits. Because there used to be spots where like you hit them like really high up and then like an orb chases them or something. You're like, what do I do?
Oh yeah.
But now because there's so much untech time on B air DP, it just works out for you.
I thought B and A had really similar untech time and properties. I thought
What was that?
that they had similar. I thought A and B had similar untech properties.
No, so A has a lot less untech time, but has way better scaling.
I see. Doesn't
So
one of
you
them
have-
also turn Seth around or something? Like, I think after like B you can like press buttons, but after A you can't. You have to like special cancel or something.
Yeah, so there's that too. So A air DP, you only have a special cancel, where B air DP, your cancel is later, but you can also do normal, so you can just do like immediate falling JB or J2C or stuff like that.
Yeah, I've noticed that when I've been messing around with him. Like, doing stuff in neutral, I feel like it's really weird doing, like, when do you do, like, ADP versus BDP?
So, I mean, if it's in neutral, you just always do A. Doing BDP in neutral
Really?
is pretty bad, actually.
If
Because it will never reface
balling
you.
JA, bro.
Yeah, but B air DP will never reface you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whereas, like A, you can kind of finesse it, where even if you want to do, like, orb dive, but you get dive immediately, you can kind of save it, and same with the other way around.
That's fair, that's fair. Alright, so it looks like we have Oringo and CG coming up. So that'll be Yuzu
Seth
and
Enkidu? Sorry, Yuzu and Enkidu, yeah.
Yeah, Yuzu and Enkidu. I would favor CG here. I think that Rurik is a stronger Yuzu, and I think that CG has a ton of experience with Yuzu. So
Yeah, CG does really well in this matchup.
it's probably his most played matchup. Honestly, it's probably, if you are a Seattle player, it might literally be your most played matchup. I think
Don't
it's
you guys
my
have, like,
most played
87
matchup.
Yuzu players?
Well, it's less that and more just like, if you at the net play role, like, Abid's probably answering, right? Like, I think I have
That's
played Yuzu more than any other matchup. And it's honestly infuriating. She's such a good character.
I think Merkava might be my most played matchup now.
So, pre-Corona, Merkava was my most played matchup. Because I always play long sets with Ost at locals. But
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess
Locals are
post-COVID,
dead.
it's probably Akatsuki.
that is, I'm so sorry.
It's fine though, it's chibi, so that shit's mad fun.
Yeah, that's fair. Net play Akatsuki hits different, man. You get stuck in the corner, you die.
Dude, the thing is, he plays netplay Akatsuki offline too, but like, but like the finesse version of
I
netplay
see.
Akatsuki, where you always have in the back of your mind, what if this guy just like randomly 6Cs in neutral and I get counter hit and I die,
Yeah, but did
and
it
then
work
it happens
though?
and you're like, man.
That's a character I don't know too much about. I haven't like played Akatsuki that much, so it's like the only Akatsukis I've ever played have been like net play Akatsuki, and then I've never like actually picked up and tried out the characters, so I don't know too much about him.
Yeah, Akatsuki, when you like just look at the toolkit, it definitely doesn't give you the full story. Like a lot of characters in this game, you can like look at their moveset and you like kind of can get a pretty good idea of like where they're going to be good and where they're going to be bad. But like you look at Bitatsu on paper and you're like, okay, this button seems fine, and then you play against
Button's
Akatsuki and
actually
you realize
insane.
Bitatsu's the truth.
It really is.
Tatsu in general just does like such a good job of policing you to stay on the ground.
Yeah, he got that new charge Eitatsu too, right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what you use the ICA Tatsu off, but
I don't know, but it looks sick.
I mean, he's got it and it looks cool, so Akatsuki players are rejoicing.
Oh damn, CG lost pink to somebody.
It's okay, I lost red to I don't even remember who.
I lost red to my friend because we were shitposting and playing like, well, he was playing Hilda like a sweat, and I was playing like Laundrekia. So
Actually, come to think about it, I think I got my red square from shitposting with my friends.
dude, it's really easy to just farm red square. Honestly, I feel like, I don't know. I never feel like I have to try very hard to farm it back. All right.
So from what I
You're in
remember
there.
of playing Oringo, they're like a pretty like out of the box Yuzu. They didn't do like anything that like really threw me off.
They like to go
so-
in a little too much, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
there was that though, where like there's two schools of Yuzu. There's the hold forward school of Yuzu and the hold up back school of Yuzu. So
Which
these
doesn't make
come from
any
the hold up
sense.
back school of Yuzu.
The up back school of Yuzu is like way better and way more annoying to play against than the hold forward school of Yuzu. 4.2 though, that's pretty nice damage. Yup,
Hold
4C.
big 4C. Sheriff, you don't think.
I feel like 4C isn't like that good in this matchup just because like Yuzu has just such insanely long buttons. A nice guard thrust.
Guard thrust.
Parry, yep. Stay on the ground. Ooh, that was a good 4B.
Parried him right back though out of the half church 60.
And he should be dead.
If they don't drop it. Just spend the bar.
Yeah. Wow, the scaling on that at the end was like quite high. He definitely had to spin the bar, I'm pretty sure. But maybe he could have gone for a better route. I know 4B is Yuzu's like best starter, so I feel like
Definitely
they probably
there.
didn't do all the damage that they could have.
I think 236C is like her best starter.
Oh, okay, yeah, but I don't think that's a reasonable start. I think 4B is her best reasonable starter.
Like normal, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it has to be the regular hit.
Oh, the
4B,
regular
not
hit.
the parry.
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
Oh, sniped with the EX dive kick. Nice conversion from CG2.
Yeah, he definitely has those. And I think you kind of have to shield the dive kick right there if you want to steal your turn back. If you shield the dive kick, I believe he, like... I think he's negative. I don't know by how much, but I don't think he can actually press anything. I think he just sort of...
I think he's only
loses his
-1
turn.
or -2.
Yeah, but his buttons are slow. So unless he commits to, like, a 4C, like... It's pretty much your turn.
Oh, that was a strange interaction with the Lotus and the parry.
Well, I think it's a projectile, so it doesn't count. It won't like actually suck her in.
Wait, what? That seems kind of sus.
The actual
being a
Lotus
projectile?
itself, I think, is a projectile. But like the Yuzu flipping part, I don't think
Good
is.
teleport. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think Yuzu had any projectiles at all.
I thought that the actual like flashing part of it was, but I could be wrong about that. If that's the
Baits
case,
out the
then
parry but no punish. That's just really hard. I sat in training mode and like learned the timing to punish whip parry, and
You
it
can't.
is not intuitive at all.
it's actually impossible.
I got
It
like
depends on
reasonably
spacing really
consistently,
hard.
but it's whack.
I think it really depends on your spacing, right?
That's also true. I feel like it's gonna be pretty hard for Yuzu as well. She doesn't have a lot of like fast options that you can delay,
Exactly.
which is what I found a lot more consistent than just doing something slow enough that it should blow through it.
Exactly. Like, it's really hard for her to like Bato punish it, for example, because it's like 17 frames, and so the window to actually do anything is like really difficult and really tight. It's the same
You can
thing.
see CG like really trying to force the issue there with those whiff JAs, trying to get a big havoc throw, but just didn't have the time.
Yeah, and Oringo definitely playing a little bit lamer than usual, which is good. That's what you like to see, right?
It's definitely where Yuzu's at. Oh, that being said though, sometimes you just run up and press 5B and it counter hits.
Enkidu 5B is huge, man.
Dude, Enkidu is Ragna. Like, Enkidu has Ragna 5B, changed my mind.
His buttons are like insane. And like, you don't want to trade with them ever, because you will die.
'cause you just get screwed by Havoc.
Havoc is a terrible mechanic.
Oh, huge shields though from CG, should win in this cycle.
Oh, nice 2A.
I don't know if he actually got the shield on that Lotus. But either
I
way,
wanna-
it's working out.
I want him to throw some of these green shields, man. He's baiting out green shield pretty effectively, but be nice to see him like actually convert it into like a grid break throw. Havoc grid break throw sounds like insane damage.
I think that actually like just straight up does 3k.
That's nuts.
I'm not 100% sure, but if you told me it did 3k, I would believe.
You wouldn't be surprised. You'd be like, yeah, that sounds about right.
It's like, wait, only that much? Alright, so Ringo with the cycle. The one thing that I see Yuzu players do a lot is they'll do like really
That's not a
well-spaced
reversal.
Saki CS, and I'm like, you're already in a great spot. I don't know what you're burning this chain shift on.
Oh, 6B or 4B. Now it's really risky to shield Enkidu's 6-6B actually, because 6-6B throw is already a tick throw, and if you green shield the 6-6B, you
Oh,
die.
you're just done.
Yeah, that's what happened earlier. Didn't I play special?
Oh, catches the crouch shield, yeah. I was
Too
talking with
possible
you
to
about
block?
this the other day, where I bet that was a 1AD, where they knew Oringo was like, I'm gonna 1AD here and I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna do it anyways, and they did 1AD and they died.
1AD is like, it's so bad, but it's so, like, everyone universally does it, right?
It feels right when you press the button, even though you know it's the wrong decision.
Until you die, and then you know that it's bad. Like, you do it and you're like, yeah, I deserve this, but also, like, you know, come on.
I'm gonna do it again. Oh, nice throw. That was pretty ambiguous if he was just gonna run with 2A or not.
Doesn't take a throw. Oh, it drops the combo, though.
Oh, big 4C.
And this is no longer going to be assault scaled, so but doesn't get like amazing damage off of it. I think that's one thing that's really difficult to do is like pivot from doing like your normal assault routing to your
integrate break assault routing.
Yeah, it's really difficult to do.
Yeah, should win the cycle in VO.
Gets thrown.
Yeah, surprised they weren't looking for like a chain shift OS there. Especially with that little bit of VO time left.
Ooh. Saw the 4C whiff and decided to just teleport instead of whiff punishing it. I think that's like a pretty big mistake.
They got these? Alright, let's go.
Only 2.4 though.
Yeah, maybe didn't get the right holds. I never really know with Yuzu damage. I just remember that Prem from NorCal once told me that if Yuzu hits you and does less than 3.7k in Vorpal, they did something wrong.
That sounds like something Prem would say, but also like I'm pretty sure that's only for like optimal stuff. But yeah, Yuzu is generally very high damage.
I don't think this is enough with CVO.
It might have been, but he dropped anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh, it gets
that'll do it though.
Frame trapped by the wreck.
Alright, 2-1 for CG.
Getting warmed up though, you know.
Yeah, you can definitely see the rest coming off of both of these players as they're kind of getting into the thick of things.
Sometimes you wake up and your hands, you know, they feel sluggish, your brain feels sluggish, and you can't do anything. That's me.
Dude,
today.
I woke up and felt like absolute shit, so I can feel that.
That was me today when I tried to play and my hands were like, yeah, no, I don't feel like moving. I'm like, all right, fair enough. Oh, counter hit throw.
Oh. Yeah, probably caught the 2A check if I had to imagine, but just mashes on the combo drop. I mean, sometimes you're not sure and you just do it.
Dude, it's dangerous to mash on some of her combo drops. Like some of her combo drops are really unsafe, but some of them are not. Some of them are like, you die if you try to mash on them.
CG doing a really good job of baiting green shield. Delaying the assault button as well blows up the 4C.
Yeah, and that's one of the dangerous things about using 4B like that, right? Like, if they just don't do anything, you kind of just get blown up for it. Delay assault buttons also works. You have like a super reaching low that can also work, but don't listen to Yuzu players, it never actually works. And this is what I was saying earlier when I think Enkidu 4C isn't that great in this matchup. Like, Yuzu has a lot of far-reaching buttons, so Enkidu doesn't really get to use the hurtbox retraction on it, like he normally would. 2-2-C.
Your stream's dead for me, by the way.
On Discord?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, just big froze.
I'll restart it for you. Is it back? It doesn't look like it.
It's taking its sweet time coming back.
I think Discord's having issues. The stream is fine on Twitch.
Yeah, it's fine on Twitch, so...
I can get you in the lobby if you would like next time. And then that'll be probably better.
Yeah, I guess we can do that. Oh, counter hit, that should be it.
Cool.
Right, launch this application. For the melt?
Yeah. I always make the keyword that because there's this interesting BB tag series of videos, you know. Alright, so we got Rurik versus Dark Matter.
More Yuzu and more Hyde.
Dark Matter's got some stuff. I've seen him play a little bit.
Yeah, they're definitely improving.
Saw him get a little bopped by Red Blade, but honestly, who doesn't get bopped by Red Blade? I don't think there's a single person that doesn't.
Especially like there's knowing the Wagner matchup, and then there's knowing the Red Blade Wagner matchup, where it's like, what if Wagner just like made 0 mistakes?
Yeah. And then also killed you off 2 combos.
I remember in ST, because I played Wagner for most of ST, I would watch VODs and stuff of like Fendo and Red Blade to see like where I would what I would have to do to like change things up and get better. And it's literally just making less mistakes.
Yeah. There's sort of reminds me of like what I don't remember who said this, but I was talking to someone and they were like, yeah, Phonon players could just win the game if they didn't ever get bored. Like, they could literally just block string you for the whole game, and, like, there would be nothing you could do. But they always try to do some really weird mix. For some reason, I always also think of Wagner when I think of that, because that was ST Wagner in a nutshell as well. Not so much with this current Wagner.
Yeah,
hits him with the net play.
Wagner definitely makes you go in a little bit more.
Net play special into 3.3 without Vorpal. Oh, DP?
Oh, big 3C.
No counter hit though, so 3C 2A whip doesn't actually combo. Classic CS into shield because you don't have a good reversal.
When in doubt, just mash 2C, the Yuzu classic.
The 12 frame button. I don't know if mashing 2C is the Yuzu classic, but it works out for him there.
It's like there. I don't know why you do Saki CS there.
So the reason is, and I'll tell you why, because I figured out why I hate it earlier. It leaves you in block stun for an actual eternity. Like, he would do like 2d6 BCS, and I would actually like not be able to input a reversal because I would just be in block stun way longer than I expected.
Like, is it actually just the mental damage where like, hey, sit the fuck down, kid, I'm gonna do shit?
Well, part of it is, like, she doesn't really get too much from, like, actually having Vorpal itself. And if you have Vorpal and you're on offense, like, you're not keeping it, right?
That's true.
So, part of it's like, here, let's throw this away so that I have, like, an easier time controlling it, and you don't have it anyway. And part of it's just, like, it's just an actual eternity of block stun. Keeps you from moving. So it lets her sort of reposition a little bit freer. At least I think that's the idea behind it.
Well, I guess, yeah, I still don't entirely understand, like, when Yuzu is negative in stance.
It's real difficult, because it's, like, actually just never. It's really difficult if you don't have, like, a good read on their slash timings, and a really fast horizontal button. It's really difficult to actually call out her stance stuff.
Nice drop for the cycle.
She's negative, but she's only like -7, and it's just like at any reasonable spacing at all, like there's nothing you can do about it.
I don't know, I think the V told me in some of those situations she's like -15.
I think it depends on the situation, yeah. That's definitely true. Just, Grim Reaper. It's actually free.
Well, unfortunately, Dark Matter made the mistake at character select and did not move 2 squares to the right in order to pick Gordo and instead picked Hyde.
Yeah, I actually don't know what Hyde actually does in this matchup.
I feel like Crack Laser should be good, but it's probably just pretty bad.
No way. It can't be good because it hits super low and uses it up back so much that there's no way it's good.
Yeah, I also wouldn't be surprised if she could just teleport through Crack Laser.
It's also so slow too. Like you both have to throw out your pizza, which is already pretty slow, and then you have to input the laser. So it's kind of like not that good of a
big trade, no conversion though. That 6B1 trade is things that Hyde players like drool over as they're falling asleep at night.
I think Dark Matter just needs to dash block better. Like he needs to do like the dash block Olympics and try to catch her with a 3C.
What is that tutorial? Like 4-12 where it's Batista just shot.
God, I hate that one. Yeah. That one's actually so hard.
I don't know, man. I think you might just be bad at dash blocking, man.
I mean, I'm not gonna say no to that because I am.
I'm not gonna pretend I'm any better. Literally in Edmonton, missing your dash block is called the ash block.
Interesting decision not to stance dodge right there. Probably
yeah, just
misinput. Could have done any number of things to dodge that pizza. Yo, grid broken.
Oh, that feels bad.
No confirm.
That's exactly what you want to have happen against Yuzu. In the corner, grid broken.
And then no confirm into getting killed. Feels bad.
I also think that Dark Matter might want to do like a little bit better job of policing these empty jumps from Rurik.
It's so hard though. Hyde doesn't have a good way of doing that. Like, 3CAD is good, but if he's just like hopping around, it can be quite difficult because.
I mean, Rurik is giving Dark Matter the chance where it's just like he's just jumping and not really doing very much. And Hyde with like he doesn't have the greatest run speed, but I feel like it's still fast enough you can maybe run under and 3C it.
The issue is that if she's in stance, she can just stance dodge.
Right, I forget that Yuzu actually just has counterplay to everything except for 50-50s.
Yeah, it's actually just like the only counterplay to that is if you have an air command grab, and also the only person or like an air grab in general. And also, Seth's air grab doesn't work very well, right? Because like our air command or B command grab doesn't work very well because it doesn't go very high, right? You need like a big honking hitbox.
You need an Elton air throw is what you need.
Elton air throw, Akatsuki air throw, I think, and Gordo, BSM are all really good ways of calling out stance dodge.
Nice, blows up the OS.
Yeah, Rurik will definitely...
Going with the classic 1AD into getting bodied, but he just shakes it off and comes back and wins the round.
I mean, Yuzu doesn't have very many, like, solid OSs, right? Like, she's got some, like, as far as defensive OSs go, right? Like,
she's got, like, 5C and backdash, which are,
yeah,
like,
she's got a backdash OS, which I think everyone in the game has. And then 5C is okay, but standing OSs I always feel like are not that good.
Yeah, other than that, like, what does she have? Like, Fuzzy VO, and that's about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like, you know...
Oh yeah, I guess up back shield is okay as well.
Up back shield, yeah. I mean, she can fuzzy jump and whatnot. Yeah, standing anti-air OSs are all bad. I don't care what anyone says. They're all bad. Because it's way more of a commitment than like a crouching OS for sure. And yeah, fuzzy jumping is good. Fuzzy jumping is good on everyone though, like especially anyone with like really good air normals, like Yuzu. So we got Tri versus Tafcat. Tafcat is on day 3 of playing this game.
Day 3, all right.
So this is definitely like a beginner match.
My expectations have been tempered.
I don't know how long Tri's been playing, but I also think that Tri is a newer player. So,
ooh, Chaos into Hyde. I actually really like Chaos into Hyde.
Chaos is probably really good at policing pizzas as well.
Yeah, 6C just blows up pizzas, and also you can just block pizza and walk Ozzy over.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I like that Chaos color actually. That's the one I use.
Okay, this is how you can tell that Tafcat is not an experienced Chaos player because they did not start the round with up back 236A.
Up back 236A in this matchup is probably pretty good, isn't it?
It's pretty good, yeah.
Oh, the dog's dead. This is very unfortunate.
Oh, did you see 66B whiff punishing from that far away?
Oh, Mash on wake up. I don't like that CS decision. It doesn't actually do anything. Yo, 6C, but no confirmed.
Oh wait, we got basic little strings backdashing off. This is like not a bad spot to be in though. The thing that you definitely have to watch as a new Chaos player is not getting too happy with sending Ozzy away and then having your opponent just run forward and now Ozzy is all the way over there.
Yeah. It looks like
something Tap Cat hasn't really run into yet, so good on them.
I think it's hard to do that until like mid-level. Because at the low level / beginner level, it's really difficult to actually remember to control Ozzy at all.
That's true, actually. Oh shit, I didn't even know that Ozzy Fireball would destroy pizza.
It's multi-hit. I think it's like 3 hits, so it destroys pizza.
Well, we have 3 fireballs, but only one of the fireballs hit. Okay, we got real routes.
Doesn't 2d6C for the knockdown though?
2-3-60 for the knockdown mid-screen, like, isn't the best.
I believe it lets you do dash book though, which is like the actual knockdown. Like I think it lets you do 6-6C.
It depends.
But I'm definitely not experiencing Chaos, so...
Usually, yeah, it does. It does let you do 6-6C for the knockdown, but at the same time, as Chaos, if you get any hit in the corner, you just smash 2-3-6C and it does 900 extra damage on your combo.
Yeah, it really does.
Like, that's not even
I really like the usage of those fireballs. Oh, Ozzy set? That was sick.
Blowing up this crack laser, but...
too far away to actually confirm off it, I think.
Yeah, I don't even know what you would have done. Like, maybe...
You probably have to do an Ozzy... You can't even do an Ozzy special, right? Like, he's in recovery. You have to...
I think you have to, like, dash 6C and then FF cancel it.
That's unfortunate, but that was pretty cool. I like the idea behind it, at least.
Speaking of FF, actually, Tap Cat has not shown the roll once, which I think is a good sign of discipline for learning Chaos players.
I think it's a lot worse in this patch, right? Because I don't think it has throw-in bone anymore.
It never had throw-in bone, actually.
Oh, well, I think people are getting thrown out of it a lot more than they used to. I noticed I saw Chaos players complaining about it.
I think it's like 1 or 2 frames slower now. I do know it is slightly nerfed from ST. Damn, pizza from that close? You gotta watch those, try it. A more experienced player is gonna blow you up from doing pizza that close.
Yeah, pizza is a surprisingly bad projectile. Yo, combo? That's pretty solid.
Yeah, that was reasonable.
Tries to 5B.
5B definitely the go-to Abari button is Chaos.
It's definitely a very far-reaching button.
Well, you also have the whiff cancel into 5BB.
Yeah.
Just like Seth does with 5CC. Chaos has it on his 5CC as well, but 5BB is just like objectively better.
Good round from Tap Cat. Yeah, 5BB is definitely a good button.
I wonder if Tap Cat's actually aware of how you move Ozzy forward independently. All you have to do is hold down any button.
Yeah.
And Ozzy will walk towards the opponent.
Backdash in the corner and gets caught for it.
Oh, wake up approach shield. That's a bad habit you'll get trained out of very quickly. Oh, VO. Could have just smashed 2C, but it's okay.
Probably just isn't familiar with that, like, with what to do there. So.
Oh, you can pick up off that. It's okay, they'll get the hang of it in time. I believe in you, Tap Cat.
You know, one thing I don't see Tap Cat doing that I see a lot of Chaos players doing is all backing.
Yeah, up back is actually like so good as Chaos, because like one of the main things that up back gives you is it lets you as Chaos like cover the angle from up and above, but have Ozzy cover the angle from the ground. So Chaos is like one of the few characters where you can actually like put 2 points of pressure on someone at the same time. That being said, Round Start 6C is also a Chaos classic, so I can appreciate it.
Yeah, it really is. It's definitely matchup specific though, and it's probably quite good against Tide, I would imagine.
Yeah, 6C in general is pretty good against Tide.
Doesn't confirm off that 6C hit. Could have FF 5BB, right?
Yeah, you have to FF cancel, and then depending on routing, it's either 5BB or 5CC. And then you get like dog stance stuff, man. Stance dog is actually like so good now.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many Chaos players in clear, so I haven't seen like any of the stance dog stuff. Oh, counter hit throw. Ooh, drops
whip on the
combo.
Billbringer. Alright, punish with 5A. You're Chaos, so you could actually kill off that, but gets a 5B. A little bit of spaghetti, but somehow has the spacing of a literal god.
Yo, dead. That was a pretty solid confirm from Tafcat.
Yeah, that is one of the luxuries that you do have as Chaos, is that if you're ever unsure if it's something's gonna kill, you just smash T316 and they probably die.
Yeah, it's got like a ton of base damage, right?
Yeah, it's like 800 or 900 damage at max scaling.
That's insane.
Well, it depends on how high the opponent is, because it's not like a set amount of hits. It's like the hits tick as Ozzy comes back down to the ground.
I see.
So I think mid screen it's only like 600 damage, but yeah, in the corner it's like 800 or 900 extra damage.
That's pretty solid, actually. Nice tech.
Oh, nice break. Oh, didn't take their turn back. +8 after you
It can be hard to do that against someone with a DP though. Like you can just be afraid that they're just gonna DP you like a clown, and it'll work out for them.
I definitely did that to Shibuan last night, where he teched my throw and I DP'd him both times, and then I blocked his VO and command throw.
Yeah, it turns like a throw tech situation into like an RPS where you're just like.
That's one thing that Wagner's actually really scary at. It's because DPCS after VO strip is like 6.2k.
Yeah, I think VAT's like really similar, right? Like doing getting your throw tech into B flash kick CS into like 4K or something like that.
It's definitely something like that.
It's big boy damage for sure. And if you're in VO, which is unlikely because VAT doesn't really VO very much.
Well, when she does, she's not in VO for very long.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many good uses of meter for her. So like steal turns and whatnot. So 3-0 for try. Tafcat definitely doing some good stuff. I mean, definitely just a lot of like inexperience more than anything else, right?
Yeah, but showing a lot of promise. They're definitely like going in the right direction with a lot of these things.
Yeah, it's definitely like just play more, right? That's really all the advice you can give, right? Like definitely a lot of situations
where like you're not just controlling you also control the dog. So the learning curve is a little bit higher, but definitely a super fun and rewarding character.
Yeah, definitely really cool. So we got
I had a lot
Fluff.
of fun when I played Chaos for a bit in ST.
We got Fluff versus I have 3 Chihuahuas. I don't remember. Well, I don't know who Fluff plays at all. I don't remember who 3 Chihuahuas plays. I know this is another.
Because I'm pretty sure Chihaya is like a persona.
Oh, Chihaya. Oh, you're right. I can't read. Reading's difficult.
I'm wrong.
I'm pretty sure you're right. I'm pretty sure you're right.
I played P5R a little while ago, and Chihaya sounds familiar. Oh, I gotta skip on the end.
I think you're right. I think I'm just stupid. So there's that.
Okay, who do we got? Mika Akatsuki.
That doesn't sound right. All right. Well, cool.
It is Mika Akatsuki.
Mika is really solid this patch.
Mika's not just solid; she's straight up good.
I think she's high tier personally because her buttons are really solid. She has really good control of the air, and she's just got insane jail capability. Right? Like it's really hard to mash out a Mika.
Damn, the round start was walk up 6-6B clashing with Bitatsu.
What's that 6-6 feet? It almost looked like the command grab.
Oh, no
dash up.
Alright, so definitely a couple of wild childs here.
Yeah, definitely a lot of running around and jumping. Not something you like to see too much.
Especially from Akatsuki. Like, Akatsuki is like such a grounded character, like except for Tatsu, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, he's not getting most of his mix from being in the air. It doesn't quite kill. Nice backdash away from the 5BB.
The thing is Mika is like on defense, you definitely got blocked for a while.
Damn, that dash 2V was like so far.
Yeah, Akatsuki far B normals are actually like giant.
Also, his skid is so good.
Yeah, and it's not even just his skid. They buffed considerably the minimum distance on his step dash.
That's insane, yeah.
So
That was-
Akatsuki's actually just zooming now.
I think that was something
Yeah.
they did to a couple different characters, right? Like, didn't they also... They did a bunch of stuff to Enkidu Dash.
So I
know
think the
they
only ones they
nerfed.
actually changed were Akatsuki and Kidu and Nanase.
Nanase did not need minimum skid distance buffed. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Nanase honestly like didn't really need that many changes from ST in my opinion.
Nanase just
I
needed damage.
I think Nanase is a hella slept on in this version. I think her damage
I
is still a
think
little bit
she's
low
top
for her to
5.
be like top tier.
I think she's top 5 easily.
I think her damage is a little bit low for me to put her that high, but I think like she definitely has the potential to be like a top 5.
Is that
character.
ADP?
Yeah, it was ADP. We
That
got a
seems
couple
really
of goons here.
risky.
It is.
Without
It's
any...
just bad if you don't have meter.
Yeah, without anything to back it up, it's like, why even go for that? Just commit to the full DP. Oh no. Doesn't know the combo though. That is definitely
Yeah.
a 6k damage starter.
It's not 6k, but it's pretty high.
No, 360C is definitely 6k with CS.
That's not 360, that's 214.
Oh wait, you're right. It's definitely a huge starter though, regardless.
It should do like 3.6 for sure.
セカンドクローディバイド
Dash
Miko walk
Vitatsu
back in a counter hit Bitatsu.
drops the combo,
Yeah,
but
definitely
it's
like has
safe.
the idea for some of this routing. I think they're just trying. I think they might be getting their wires crossed and doing like 2 routes at the same time.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of an experience from both of these players on actually doing routing. Mika JAA is really funny.
It is pretty funny. Also, speaking of Akatsuki buffs, I see J6C as a fucking butt.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Actually, I bet Cats or Fluffy could do like a really sick swag route by doing air A fireball after that J2C.
Oh, no tech on the gold throw.
Oh, we're just out here smart steering people. I see how it is. Oh, no punish? I mean, that was not a real punish, but it did end up working out.
Yeah,
6C! No, don't backdash. Hit forward twice, and then C.
It's pretty clear that I have 3 Chihayas doesn't have routing, right? They're sort of going into smart steer and backing off after 2 and 4C. Maybe they're just not confident in their combos or something. Maybe they're just forgetting their routing. It can be difficult when you're new.
Yeah, especially with games with longer combos, until it's like nailed down in your muscle memory. Even like learning new routes for experienced players, until you like really drill it into yourself, it can be pretty easy to forget.
Yeah, not having muscle memory is like so hard. I definitely
wake-
can
wake
drop
up
like
5B.
really basic stuff. Oh, Bitatsu counter hit.
Oh, meaty 66B? That's a real thing. You can time that to be like +4 if I remember.
Yeah, it's cursed.
It's pretty hard to do consistently though, so nobody goes for it. Alright, hard knockdown.
Oh,
ICJ6C, Cats are fluffy, you know, they got some sauce.
doesn't have enough bounces to do that right, I'm pretty sure. 2B mash out. Good stuff.
セカンドクローディバイド
That is something I've noticed from both players, is both players kind of have that habit where when you think your turn's over, you hold back instead of holding down back. They both have been getting like clip by low mash out of their offense because it catches them walking back.
Yeah. Well, it's better than the alternative, which is as soon as you give up your turn, immediately down back shielding.
Yes, down
That's the
down back
next
shield is a
step.
habit that gets trained out of you very quickly.
Speak for yourself, man.
I don't know, man. If you get grid broken so much that you continue to down back shield, I think that's on you at that point.
Just a little bit, yeah.
ディバイド
Oh, the dashes. Oh, look at how far he goes now. That's crazy.
Yeah, he gets like full corner carry on like everything.
Yeah, you can actually meaty back tech after Bitatsu knockdown.
I hate it too. You can. It's like dash B, right? Or maybe it's just dash 5B to immediate. I don't remember which one exactly.
You do dash 2C, I'm pretty sure.
I knew it was something like that. It's definitely like...
It's a good starter, too.
You definitely get some cursed meaties off of it. Like, off of people back-teching it mid-screen.
Okay, start of something. Quick little 3-piece.
Oh, mashes. Smart steer.
The dash was checked, though.
6-6B? Oh, no.
That's 6C.
I'm not too sure.
6-6B is the, like...
Oh,
the
yeah, you're right.
slam.
6-6C. I know that. I'm just like... my brain is, like, dead right now.
I think
coffee
what you
hasn't
mean
kicked
is that
in.
Your brain is just overflowing with knowledge that you're going to incorporate after watching the brilliant Undernight gameplay that we've witnessed.
No, I'm definitely gonna pick up Mika. I'm not actually. I hate that character.
Mika's actually like really fun, except in the matchups where your life just sucks.
I don't even know what the matchups those are anymore.
It's pretty much Waldstein, Yuzu, and Vat.
I don't think she's that bad in Yuzu. Mika's really good at policing the air, so she's really good at killing up back from Yuzu, I'm pretty sure. I think in ST that it was probably not great. I think now it's probably a lot better.
I think the matchup's fine if Mika is allowed to move forward, but good Yuzu will not have Mika move forward.
I don't know, I've definitely seen Davi and Aki play a lot. And I think Aki is one of like 3 good Mikas that exist personally. I don't think there are others. But yeah, I don't know.
Look, man, the ability to think comes with time, and then you
Yeah, it's
realize
true.
that actually thinking is the worst thing to do in fighting games.
Autopilot all day, every day.
The greatest feeling that you get as a fighting game player is when you don't have to think about what you're doing anymore, and you only like all of your space in your brain is freed up to think about what your opponent is doing, and you feel so powerful when you hit that moment.
Dude, imagine thinking about what your opponent's doing and not just smashing buttons, honestly.
I hit that point when I played Wagner where like my offense was like so compartmentalized in my head that 100% of my brain power was just to like picking up defensive habits and figuring out how to blow them up. I felt so strong. And then I didn't
Too
play the game for
powerful.
8 months, and now I'm really bad again.
That's how it'd be.
And I play Seth.
That character's hard, man. I don't know. I can't, like, consistently press buttons.
Yeah, no, especially after like the 5B and 2B nerfs, you don't get to press very often as Seth.
The 5B nerf needed to happen, honestly.
It did need to happen, but
I know
it does
Seth players
feel
hate
very
it, but it was like 5B was actually an obnoxiously difficult to deal with button.
The force field was a little bit strong. The barrier is still intact, but the force field has been toned down.
Like maybe with the skid distance nerf and the 5B nerf might have been a little too much, but I think one of the two needed to happen. Probably only the 5B nerf. I don't think the skid distance nerf like, was necessary, personally. But I don't know.
Well, it's okay, because now you're just in the air for 3/4 of the game anyway, so it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, I hate that about this patch. That's really common in Clear, and it's also intentional, and I don't like it very much.
Yeah, that is one thing where even like early on in this series, where there were like a few design decisions where you kind of like, it makes you question a little bit. Like you look at Aurier. Like Aurier is a character that like is designed to like be a menace on the ground, you know, policing things with huge 5B and thrust.
But also you can't
And then you
anti-air
give her
that
force
character.
function.
Yeah.
And then you give her J214A that's like plus 12 on shield.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, well, cool, I guess.
That's super difficult to anti-air consistently.
Nanase FF, she can like 3C, she can jump cancel 3C on block and then like FF and fucking turn around and hit you with a cross up. It's actually cursed.
But like from a design perspective, that makes sense because like Nanase's whole thing is that she has shoes with wings.
I guess.
So like from a design perspective, like at least that makes sense. But like you look at Aurier and it's like, why the fuck can Aurier jump this high?
Yeah,
Why
I mean,
is Aurier this good in the air?
why is Yuzu's stance jump so large? Like, that's also insane to me. I don't know. I think they made jumping a little bit too strong in this patch, and the characters that are good at it are like really good at it. And characters that are supposed to be good at policing jumps are actually just not good at policing jumps that go that high. So it's kind of like, all right, whatever.
I've definitely been converted to the sploogey woke mind way of interpreting Uniclair, which is that we all actually just paid to play the beta.
That's what Cookie was saying too, and I agree. I think that this patch definitely feels awful, and I think that they need to do more large changes. And I hope that they do.
This is also like the first release that has come out simultaneously in the West, because usually by the time we get the game, it's been through a couple like major overhauls in arcade.
Yeah, actually what's even more cursed is it's not even in arcade.
Yeah, it's not an arcade at all. Which,
so it's like...
Now that arcades like basically don't exist, doesn't matter that much. Rest in peace, arcades.
But even in January or like February when the game came out, like...
Yeah, it just wasn't in arcades
It just wasn't in arcades, and it still hasn't been ported to arcades as far as I understand. So, I don't know. I definitely like subscribe to the beta idea. Only one new character is like definitely was trash in 1.0. He's a lot better in 1.03 or 1.04, whichever one we're in now. But 1.0 was 1.0 Laundrecchia was terrible.
Yeah, and I think people continue to think of 1.0 Lond when they think of Lond. Like,
yeah, he's definitely a lot better.
Lond is reasonable now.
I don't think he's good, but I do think that he's a lot better than some people say.
I think that people just he's actually quite good.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just like people. Well, first of all, there aren't very many Laundrecchias, right? So it's kind of like they don't really have a good basis to form an opinion on, right?
Yeah, there also hasn't been any majors or anything. So
yeah,
it's
exactly.
It's all speculation based on like net play
experience. But even in net play, there's only like two, right? Like there's one guy on West Coast, and then there's Foxov, and that's it. Like
yeah, and Foxov is playing Seth now.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't even run into Laundrecchias on netplay. I run into the purple West Coast Lond occasionally, but he's like he does very, very netplay tactics and also has bad internet
Prisma's
connection.
The only like Lond player that I've played. Like a couple people at my local like picked up the character to like learn him, but like they definitely didn't get to the point of like, yeah, I play this character.
Yeah. It's something.
Who net plays Uni? That's what I'm wondering. That's why I just run events.
I do, sometimes. It's very frustrating experience. I would not recommend it to anyone.
Especially after having played Melee Rollback, like, I don't think I can play Uni net play at all with anyone that's, like, not 1 or 2 frame.
My big, like, hope is that when this game finally comes out of beta, right? When they do Uniclear 1.5, I want
more characters and rollback netcode.
I only want one more character. I just want at least one other character, please God. And I want rollback netcode, and I want a balance patch.
If you can only have 2 of those, which would be the one you'd be most okay with dropping?
I want. Oh God.
Probably the character, right?
No. Well, it depends. If the character's Uzuki, absolutely not. I want Uzuki. But I also very much so want a balance patch. Because I don't know.
Yeah, Melee Rollback's crazy. The only bad thing about Melee Rollback is you have all these dumbasses who are still playing on Wi-Fi, and then are confused as to why Rollback isn't solving all their problems. Like, I'm sorry, but if I'm playing you on rollback netcode, rollback can only do so much when your connection spikes to 280 ping.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But also, it's really funny if you rage quit, right, on that. If you just, like, Alt F4 Dolphin, your opponent just, like, gets stuck.
Well, you don't even have to Alt F4 Dolphin. Like, you can just LRA start, and it puts you right back in the queue.
Well, yeah, but if you Alt F4, it forces your opponent to freeze in the on that screen, so they also have to Alt F4.
Oh, that's pretty cursed, actually.
This happened to a couple of my friends. Because they play mid-tiers, and people in Melee are bad at playing against mid-tiers. So...
What makes me super entertained every time I go on to Melee Netplay is I play Falco, and I don't play Falco like melee players play Falco. I play Falco like I'm playing Wagner with a laser. So
I feel like that's how some melee players definitely play Falco.
Okay, but like, I'm like approaching it so much from like the perspective of fighting games and like how
That's fair.
I think interactions work in fighting games, that I'll do shit to someone, and they'll just like get hit like 6 times in a row, and I can tell that they're just like scratching their head. They're obviously like they've played melee for like 17 years or whatever, so then they come down, do crazy tech skill, and I die.
Oh shit, we got Fake Steve versus Oringo.
Oh, so this is good. I was planning on coaching Steve through a bunch of his games today, but then woke up feeling like a bag of potatoes that had been dropped in a vat of acid.
Well, now's your chance, because I'm definitely gonna put this up on YouTube, so...
Yeah, so Fake Steve used to play Linne, but the way he plays Linne is not compatible with net play at all. So he's learning Wagner, which is where I come in as someone who used to play Wagner pretty well.
Yeah, he definitely asked to be put into a lower bracket, but I don't think we had like a lower and upper bracket.
No, I think it was just one bracket today.
No, it was 2 pools for sure, but it wasn't like 2 different divisions.
Oh, there weren't separate divisions?
Yeah. It was just 2 pools.
So one thing immediately, I can already tell Steve is a little bit tilted by Oringo's connection.
I can see in the chat, like in Discord, he's been saying that like the connections today have been rough. So I think maybe his internet's like not behaving properly. Oh, gets shielded. Is JC charged? Safe on shield?
It's plus on shield out of assault.
Yeah, okay, so you probably should have charged, seeing the CS situation. Yeah, I know that...
You can still get anti-aired out of it from that situation.
I mean, but what's usually press right there, right?
I mean, I guess that's true. Oh, just barely alive DP? Alright, so at this point I want to see, like... Yeah, just something.
Yep, dead.
6C will work as well.
How do you feel about Rando Drill in this matchup?
Rando Drill in this matchup is fine if you space with the intention of doing Rando Drill.
Well, I mean, I think, obviously, yeah.
I think Rando Drill in general is really bad. Because you would think that, oh, I'll do 236B when Yuzu's like up in the air in stance, and then Yuzu teleports behind you and you die, and you're like, oh, yeah, I guess.
Or she just presses a Bato earlier and you die. Or she stance dodges it and you die.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of ways to feel very bad for that interaction, but one thing that is pretty good is 5A. Like 5A, I think is super good in this matchup.
Ooh, drops the combo.
Especially like in spots like that where you know Yuzu's gonna go in the air one way or another, and 5A will definitely. Well, it's not Seth 5A, but Wagner 5A will get you out of a lot of spots.
Yeah, Wagner 5A definitely has like pretty solid anti-air properties. Oh no, VOing against Yuzu is actually so hard.
Well, it's okay because now he just wins the game.
I don't know about that.
He did the wrong
drops
route,
it. Let's wake up throne.
Definitely have to be pretty careful here. No. Yeah, it does the IC5C. IC5C definitely something that you have to like. Your opponent has to allow you to use IC5C as Wagner.
Steve taking a second, hopefully to calm down. It's okay, it happens. Mosquitoes annoy us all, man. I
definitely remember the last training event that I entered. When I played against Oringo, I only won through sheer net play rage.
I feel like that's how it is, man. Like, it's actually so hard to play against this character online, and it's so infuriating. Like, you can just be doing stuff right, and she just teleports, and now you just die. DP, yep. Ooh, it doesn't get space enough.
Yeah, so that's definitely not as real as I think Steve thinks it is.
I think he needs to stop. VOing against Yuzu is, like, not good, I don't think.
Especially as Wagner, there's kind of no reason to VO defensively.
Yeah, you just sort of waste, like...
2-2-C? No, get the buffs.
You just waste everything, and it's just... I just don't think it's very good. Oh, nice JC.
Yeah, and that's in that
JCS?
spot though. You almost want to jump up with ICJB instead of ICJC. Okay, good block.
Doesn't cancel it.
That ICFF is only -2, which is pretty nice. So you do still get to run things off of it.
Was he trying to no cancel? I guess.
I think.
But I think you have to make your opponent respect no
I'm going to give
cancel.
Steve the benefit of the doubt and say that he was trying to confirm whether he installed or not. Nice break. 5B after the break. Yep,
That was such a good
good.
dash 2C. Wagner dash 2C is actually nuts.
Okay, strip.
VO route,
Nice sword install.
This is really scary now for Ringo. Oh,
nice
that
parry,
4B!
Yeah, that's one thing where when you're in this VO state with Wagner,
Oh,
okay,
this
if he
is
doesn't
death,
drop this,
right?
he's dead.
Doesn't even need to do anything fancy. Just regular combo into IW.
Yeah, Wagner just shits out damage in VO. It's pretty fucked up when you think about it. But what was I gonna say? I don't remember what I was gonna say. It probably wasn't that important. So immediately, I want to see Steve jump less. Because, like, in this matchup, there's kind of no need to jump. Yes, it feels good when you can contest Yuzu in the air. And, like, when you get that nice counter hit ICJB, and then you do, like, 4,000 damage for one bar, you feel pretty good. But at the same time,
nice
yeah,
5B.
that's something you gotta watch out for. Is if she's ever above you after the teleport, you just smash 5B.
And 5B is like a pretty safe button to mash. Nice 5A.
Okay, get the Oki, meaty.
Oh, nice VO
save.
bait. Yeah, that'll do it. Steve's Wagner looking more and more real by the day, unfortunately.
Yeah, Steve's definitely like getting the hang of how to play this character, but you can still see in a lot of spots that the Linne instincts are still
Yeah,
there.
all the jumping.
Yeah. Like this character, in my opinion, like she's at her best when you play her very grounded.
Yo, I'll bet.
Yeah, no, you don't
J2C?
have the scaling to do that. You got to go straight into You have to special cancel into ICFF off the J2C.
I think every dive kick in this game needs to be nerfed. Oh, drops the
Dive kicks
combo
are
at a
certainly
non-save
something in
point.
this
I mean, they're all broken.
Okay, so he doesn't spend the bar for the corner carry, but
Wake
easy
up,
forward moving as well as a
4C.
cursed counter hit. You can do the good route here. It's okay. He should still be able to kill. Just go up. Okay,
Yeah,
it's gonna be
CBO.
fancy. And then he missed
Okay.
the extension. He tried to do the cool extension where you do 66C force function single hit ADP IW.
Why? All he had to do was double super.
I mean, he just had to smash ABC one more time. Let's be real.
I mean, yeah, actually that though. That thing has like insane base damage. Like, I think min damage is like 500 or more, right?
It's pretty good. Interesting. So he's doing some intentional combo drops for resets.
I don't actually know how intentional it is. I think he just always drops at that point. Even net playing against him, like, he drops at that point all the time.
Okay, get the strip? No, what are you doing? You can strip there. You're not going to have enough damage to kill. Okay, so everyone...
Works out anyway.
Unless you get hit by, like, an Assault JA or, like, Linne Assault J6B, so long as it's a character like that that isn't phone on, it is your turn on hit.
Yeah, it's really bad. I mean, without CS, it's like...
Like,
Well-
sure, you get hit, but you just smash 5A and you're back in the game. The only one that's really cursed is Phonons, because Phonons is 0 on block. Sorry, 0 on hit for some reason.
Well, but she has 6 framers now, right? She doesn't have a 5 frame, so if you have a 5 frame, it's your turn.
That's true, actually. So it's probably not as messed up as it was in ST, where she also had a 5-framer while being 0 on hit from Assault JA. Yeah, Orengo's catching on to the fact that Steve is trying to meet them up in the air, whereas
And just
definitely
teleporting
you should
around,
like,
yeah.
you should wait for your moment, take buff where you
Oh.
can, and then like
That's definitely negative.
punish Yuzu whenever you have the chance to, because once
be
you get
parry.
knocked down, you pretty much win the game as Wagner.
Yeah, that's true. For most anyone versus Yuzu, she has a harder time on defense. Cashing out here should be like 4.2. Yeah.
Yeah, gotta watch Chain Shift on Wake Up though. Just throw, yeah. Okay, I sees the throw, which gives him a bit more corner carry, but spends his sword install, so I really
Ooh,
disagree with that.
660.
He could have confirmed that. Counter hit 660 is pretty big.
Doesn't actually confirm off of it though. It gets a hit afterwards anyway.
Yeah,
I really
that was a
like.
little unfortunate drop.
I really like the new meta with the red flash, right? Where it's a CS situation, you don't see the red flash, and like both players just RPS out something. I actually really like that a lot.
I think it's really interesting. Wagner is really good in that situation with meter because ADP is like super fucked up.
Well, like it's RPS, right? It's like, do you press your fastest A button? Do you throw? Do you do a jump normal? And it's like each one of these options beats the other, right? Like fast A normal beats jump.
Because ADP blows up all of them.
No, ADP doesn't blow up anything. ADP gets hit.
Nope. ADP will trade, and then you get a full confirm on trade.
ADP's throwing ball from frame 1, isn't it?
Yeah, it's throwing Vol 1 to 3.
You know what's really
Yeah.
cursed?
Was really cursed,
That situation would be really good for Gordeau if he had a 4-frame jump spot, but he has a 5-frame jump spot. So you can't TK 236C and just beat literally every option, and also be plus on block.
That would be pretty funny, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, strip.
Nice. This is a very
Install
dangerous
meaty.
situation.
Yeah, so here, that's what you do is the plan. You strip, you slow play it to win the cycle, and then you go ham.
I think if Steve is like trying to read Yuzu 4B, he needs to 660 it. 660 is just so good at like just completely dumpstering 4B, especially since Yuzu's in the corner and her hurt box can't go back all the way. But yeah, I think he tried to read 4B there, but was too close, and so he got hit by the actual hurt box, right? And Yuzu was able to just cancel to be safe.
Even if you just do something like 2B there, I think it's pretty reasonable if you're looking specifically to blow up 4B. 2B, I think, is probably Wagner's most underrated move.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's just, like, actually so good.
Hmm.
Okay, loses out on about 3,000 damage, but that's okay.
Oh no. Ringo tries to punish the DP, but... Oh, maybe he thought that was going to be ADP 226C.
No, you can do a good combo with Grid Break. Yeah, I think he was... I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he was looking to shield and got crossed up into the assault.
Oh, read on her up back. Doesn't get full confirmed though. That shield was so dangerous.
Steve definitely still taking the air a lot more than I want to see him.
Oh, I think this is death, right?
He'll have to spend bar because he did a bad route.
Drops it, so now he's back at the life deficit. Oh no!
Yeah, loses the cycle as well, and that is the one thing you gotta watch with smashing 5B, is that if you're holding back, then 5B will miss. But if you're holding neutral or if you're holding forward, 5B or 6B will hit Yuzu out of that teleport.
So I think that was
Those
3
3-2.
for 3-2, yeah. Pretty close set.
Yeah, pretty close overall. Definitely Steve still trying to play Wagner like she's Linne.
Yeah. Unfortunate, but...
I mean,
It's
I can
how it be
understand some of it
sometimes.
too. Like, if I play a bunch of Seth and then go to play Wagner, I definitely, more than, probably like 4 times out of 10, will find myself in a situation where I go to up back air DP, and I'm like, wait, I can't do that on this character. Alright, who else have we got?
There's no matches queued. I think we're starting the, so what we're going to be doing is there's like the redemption bracket and the finals bracket. I think we're going to be streaming the finals bracket matches, and then
Alright.
the redemption bracket, finals. I don't know. Let's see. I think that Everything's recorded. Let's look at the match dashboard. Yeah, it looks like all the matches are...
They're just finishing up.
Yeah. No, I think they're all done.
Final bracket coming up. Dennis the Legend providing the people with the brackets.
Alright, so in the final bracket, this is the redemption bracket for sure. Oh no, this is the final bracket. Alright, so we got Fake Steve versus Chew, Stolfo versus Tommy, Rurik is in semis, and CG is also in semis. Not really surprising at all to anyone, I think, especially if you're aware of our scene at all.
Yeah, I think of the people entering, those were the two who you expected to make it out with the buys.
And this is single elim, so there's no second chances after this.
Someone who's not fought Wagner, it's okay. You gotta choose when you're gonna press, and you have to understand that every time you press against Wagner, you have to tell yourself, I may die and lose the entire round because I pressed here, and that is okay.
You have to be confident in your coin flipping.
Exactly.
No, I mean there's definitely some places in this patch that are more obvious than were previous. So, like, I mean, it still requires you to shield and know what's happening, right? But
yeah, for sure.
All right, so we got Gordo versus Wagner. This matchup is fucking terrible. This might be
this matchup sucks for Gord.
This might literally be one of the worst matchups in the game. That isn't a Waldstein matchup.
And I don't think it got any better in Claire at all.
It got worse. Gord is a high HP character, but he's not high enough HP that Wagner can't, like, do her dumb bullshit on you. And Gordo didn't get anything in this patch that, like, helps this matchup at all. So, some things that I know that you probably won't do, but are really helpful, is like TK236 is really good in this matchup. Because it'll catch Wagner trying to 6-6C her way in. Oh, mistimes the throw protection. Oh, nice 3C.
Yeah, she's been taking a lot of good times to challenge so far.
It's good broken though. And that routing doesn't work, unfortunately, and it sucks and I hate it. And it used to work in ST and it's not consistent and clear anymore. So, I don't know what they changed to make it worse, but they changed something and I hate it. Dash 2C catches a button. Probably 5C? I'm not too sure.
Okay, doesn't strip, goes for installs instead. Empty low, no fuzzy mash.
I actually think at this damage, like this HP range, installing doesn't matter. Oh, 3C mash out. That's a real dangerous one. You don't get Oki off this. If Steve immediately techs, Gordo does not get Oki on that.
One thing that I also haven't seen Steve use on offense very much is 6-6B.
6-6B is fine here. I think 6-6C is like really good in this matchup in neutral though.
The 660 is pretty good, especially if you can get the finesse spacing where you just get outside of FF and 236A range.
Yeah.
But 6-6B being special cancelable and being -2 on block,
yeah, that's fair.
Is a pretty fucked up spot to start running offense off of. It's super easy to tick throw. You just mash 2-1-4-8 a frame trap, and it's a
that was a really nice 3C spacing. Oh no.
Yeah, if you ever FF like that, like right in their face, and they crouch under you, you have to CS, otherwise you will die immediately. Because you're like minus like a billion. Nice way. It doesn't charge, so the route doesn't work. Yes, this dude's played a character that has those fast assault overheads, so it's kind of a little sloppy to see him not confirm that. For those who don't know, you can actually just buffer CS immediately after you press assault JA, because the CS will only come out on hit.
That was like a -6 spacing for 3C.
Yeah, definitely triple texted into those DMs and got killed for it.
It might have only been -4, and if it was -4, you could have backdashed. But it was definitely one of the more negative 3Cs. Oh,
yeah, blows up the crouch shield, the ICFF, miss on the dash block, the netplay classic.
Oh, I like that a little bit. Kind of thought Steve was gonna mash, and so he wanted to like bait it by backdashing on his wake up, but it doesn't quite work out. 5C is like really bad to press in those situations. He's just too close, and 5C like they buffed it, but it still sucks at getting hit.
Yeah, that's a weird spot for Gord especially.
Oh, this is death. Oh, Steve didn't punish it. That's like -50. On a whiff, you can't do anything.
EXDP.
Yep, dead. It definitely looks like Steve isn't aware of the things that blow up Gordo in this matchup. And so Chu is definitely getting away with mashing when they definitely should not be mashing.
Yeah, when Wagner makes Gord block, he pretty much has to hold all of it.
Like that right there. Chu tried to 2A out, but 2A is a 7-frame shitty mid. And as a result, it's really bad at mashing out.
Wait, Gord 2A is 7 frames?
Yeah.
That sucks.
It's a 7-frame stubby mid. I think it has like the same range as Phonon 2A.
Yeah, but Phonon 2A is a 6-frame low.
Yeah. And 2A is a 7-frame mid.
I also don't know if Chu knows that ICFF is an overhead.
Maybe. It could just be netplay though. It's hard to say.
It's definitely not something intuitive.
But yeah, Gord 2A is only good at mashing if you like have labbed out a situation where it works. Otherwise, it's a really bad mash button. The reward's really low, and the risk is like as high as pressing 2C. So,
man, wake up shield. It's always a bit of a yikes. Nice, got the Ruby confirm.
Well, it drops a combo though. Nice 3C out. Yeah, goes for the easier route. I don't blame him. It can be weird. Or I don't blame him. It could be weird. I don't see, like, one thing that you can do if you think that Wagner is just not going to respect you on Wake Up is 2-2 ACS. That was a good attempt on a mash that they did right there, but Wagner's 6C is broken, so you have to mash a mid. That's actually a situation where mashing 2A can be good, right? Because unlike most 2As, your 2A is a mid. So
actually, yeah,
you actually
that case,
can mash 2A there. 2A. But you can also just mash 5B and like get a fat combo.
I actually don't know why you would ever press 2A when 5B exists.
5B is 9 frames and 2A is 7.
It is 9 frames?
Yeah, Gordo's frame data is really bad. The character is not good, okay? I don't say that as a meme. His frame data is bad.
I knew his frame data was bad. I didn't realize his frame data was that bad.
4B is frame 10. 5A is 6 frames. Like, he doesn't have buttons that are good other than 2C. That's why you see Gord's mash 2C so much. It's because it's an 8 frame low. That's pretty big. And like 2B is also pretty decent mash button. It's a fat disjoint low, so that's kind of nice. But every other button is like, you have to know when to mash them. You can't just mash them, unfortunately, because they're very spacing specific. Yeah, I think that was good. Good stuff to chew. They did pretty reasonably well. Steve is like a seasoned fighting game player, so even though Steve is new to Wagner,
he's not new to running offense, especially in this kind of game.
And I'm sure he's played a character like Wagner before in other games, right? So while Steve may not have like all the, you know, Wagner sauce yet, he's definitely just like a solid player.
Definitely also has a lot of experience against good Gord as well.
Yeah, I mean, Keenan, right? I know Keenan doesn't play the character anymore. Character's bad. I've played Fake Steve quite a bit as well. So he definitely has Gordo experience, and yeah, Wagner is just a really good character and also really good in the matchup. So
yeah, true. Don't feel too bad about that at all. When you're learning and you have to be put in literally the worst possible situation for you. Yeah,
and like Wagner's toes reach so far and are also disjoint, so it's like, what are you gonna do? You can't press anything. Trades are not in your favor ever, and yeah, you just can't hit her. You have to like lab out specific anti-Wagner offense.
Yeah, 2C
and
and 5B
hard.
both have disjoints on the feet.
Yeah, 5B has like disjoint on it, and 2C does as well. And also 2C has like Wagner's skid distance is crazy. She can just do like, she can like sit outside of your good button range, and she can like dash 2C you, and then you just like get shit on if you press anything.
Yeah, the fucked up thing too is the dash 2B also exists, and when it counter hits, it becomes a good starter.
Yeah.
So you can just sit so far away from someone, and then dash 2B it counter hits, and now they're in the corner dealing with install Oki, and it's a bad time.
So like in theory you can 4B, right? Because 4B is disjoint and protects you from a decent number of lows. Except Wagner 2C is also disjoint and also longer range than 4B, so you just lose in that situation as well. Some things you can do if you know the Wagner's going to do that is like TK236, which if you have meter becomes like a really good starter. It's like 4.5 or something. But it's also difficult to do that because if they just block it and you did TK236, you're gonna die because you're like -8.
Okay, well, Casey, it's been fun. My headache is coming back, and I feel like I need to go to bed before my body explodes.
Alright, well, it was fun commentating with you.
Yeah, it was fun hanging out. Have fun with the rest of the winner's bracket.
Yeah, we still got a few matches, and we've still got the Redemption finals as well, so. You use TK236 to call out 66C, and you use it to call out 66C, and you use it to call out like dash 2C, dash 2V. It's definitely a little bit more committal, but it's I don't know. It's something that like you kind of have to do, and in neutral especially, it's like it's not committal in neutral because if you do 2d6b, you go backwards, and she has a hard time catching up to hit you off of that. But if you're not careful, like you can corner yourself, and that's obviously not good against Wagner because then you have a really hard time getting back out. But for a lot of her offense, you kind of just have to hold it and then wait to CS reversal her, which is honestly not even that great because her neutral is really good compared to yours. So All those things like add up to make the matchup really difficult. It's definitely not fun. So I can't blame anyone for losing that matchup. I wouldn't be surprised if Steve could take games off me either. That's when you have to CS, right? Like CS a gap and then just react to red flash or not. If you don't see red flash, like you can up back, right? But you don't have the normals to beat her, so you either have to up back or you just shield. Like, and Gord up back isn't particularly good either, so it's kind of like a risk either way. A lot of it's very situation dependent, unfortunately. There's not a whole lot of like good general advice to dealing with Wagner. That's just kind of Steve playing though, being in the air. I don't think in general Wagner wants to be in the air against Gordo, because you can just smash Grim Reaper. Like Wagner's good, but she's only good because she like forces the grounded play. If she starts jumping, like, then the matchup becomes a lot easier. You can do things like Grim Reaper. You can 2d6 AA and force like an air unblockable situation. You can FF. Obviously, FF is really good against people that are in the air. If you're really feeling yourself, you can TK 214B. That's also something you can do. That's air unblockable and like pretty big button, but if you're really meme, you can TK 2d6C when she's like jumping at you and hit a fat combo for like 4k. That's pretty nice, but also sort of, you know, gimmicky, I guess is the way to put it. So we're just waiting on next matches. Yeah, I mean, dropping stuff happens, right? I'm not really gonna give advice on that, right? That's just like a, you know, unlucky. Alright, so we've got Stolfo versus Tommy. CG. Oh, they already played the Stolfo Tommy match. Okay. Alright, so Stolfo versus CG. Let's get it. As soon as I... So, there we go. So Enkidu versus Nanase. You know, Nanase's kind of fucked up. She's insanely good. And Enkidu got a lot better from ST. So, we shall see, we shall see. I would like to see Astolfo do more of the, like, tricky stuff that I know that he's been learning. I didn't see it at all in Friday's bracket, and I was really disappointed that he kept going for the same stuff. Nice rebeat pressure from Astolfo here. Oh, mashing 2B out. And backdash getting caught by 660. Not a good combo from neither of those hits, but... Ooh, nice counter hit throw. And CG delay teching so he doesn't deal with the fireball situation. I understand that. And this is really good patience from Stolfo right here. And nice, catches him backdashing with sword car. That was really good patience on defense. Oh, nice. He sort of knew that CG wanted to foresee a fireball, so he did the little spinning tornado after him. But no focus burn, unfortunately. I think that was supposed to be TK Fireball. Gets counter hit. I'm pretty sure that was backdash sword car. Getting blown up right there by CG. Doesn't quite get the 5B punish on the sword car pass through, but... Oh, 3C counter hit? That's usually pretty good damage, but I don't think Astolfo is ready for it. Astolfo not really hitting good confirms right now. Oh, sword car, let's go. This is a combo that he knows very well. Nice. Oh, tries to foresee the fireball a little too early. Drops the combo. No, not a good VO, but doesn't get punished too much for it. Oh, he's dead here. Oh, drops the combo. Never mind. Wake up IOX. Come on, bro. How you gonna make me sit through and Kido IOX like this? I'm upset. Sean, when you watch the tapes, I want you to know that I'm upset at you. Random 3C doesn't get punished. Okay. Pressing buttons. Counter hit 5B should be pretty good for Enkidu. Yeah, 3.2, no 4 pull. And a good mash out. Will put Enkidu in the corner. It looks like that 2B caught up back. I'm not too sure though. Gets caught by the net play. Yep, FF cancel into death. Oh, watch your toes. Oh, run up throw, gets tech though. Zoomer reactions from CG. Oh, punishes the pass through. That is some damage. Didn't even finish the combo and it was 3.8. Yep, FFCS. I'm pretty sure he's dead. Oh, it doesn't spin the meter. Yep, throw will do it. Oh, drops a combo. This is a pretty dominant round so far from CG. But a good mash out from Astolfo. Put CG in the corner. I think he was trying to go for the 66X 50-50, but the delay tech sort of killing it. Yes, parry. Oh, that was sick. I liked that. Doesn't confirm off of it, but does confirm off that overhead though. Only for 2.3. And a good recognition from Astolfo, like sees that CG parried the fireball and knows that he can cancel it at any point. Not biting on the parry RPS. Good stuff for Astolfo. It doesn't actually end up punishing it, but punishes the button presses after. Ooh, CBO doesn't quite work out for him. Yeah, plus. Oh, what a bait! IW bait? That was sick. Oh no, gets hit by a charge 5C? Can't be getting hit by that. Mashes on the pressure. You just gotta hold that, especially if he has meter. Like, CG, as a player, will only go for all 3 hits of Rekka when he has meter. And if he has meter, he always goes for all 3 hits of Rekka. Got my cheeks pinched by Rurik 3-0. Your wagon is adorable. Dude, that matchup is probably, like, actually hard, though. I mean, like, it's probably really boring. Oh, that was pretty sick, confirmed, but he doesn't like get a full combo off of it. I like some of this new stuff he's been doing. Oh, there's the full screen charge 2C, but doesn't get clipped by it. Can't mash on Rekkas like that. Stop it. Kidu's just gonna like frame trap you and kill you for 4K like he did just now. Oh, tries to tech forward buttons, but in this game, tech forward buttons is really bad, so don't do that. And he's dead. Alright, so up next is Redemption Bracket Finals. Good stuff to CG though, taking that. Not unexpected, but I think Astolfo held their own, right? I think the score doesn't tell the whole story, right? And I need CG to get out of here. Alright, cool. We have 2 more matches. We have the Redemption Finals, which is going to be Oringo versus Dark Matter. So Yuzu versus Hyde. And then after that we'll have the final bracket of the actual, like, not the Redemption bracket, but the main one. So that'll be Rurik and CG. So that'll be a good one. A classic, honestly. Hyde versus Yuzu. I feel like we saw Dark Matter versus Rurik earlier, so I feel like this is gonna be a little similar, but not quite the same because they don't quite play the same, obviously. But Ringo off to a good start here. Oh, baits the green shield, but doesn't get the throw on it. It's a little too slow. Yuzu's dash start is pretty not great. Oh, nice fake out and good tech. I don't know about that DP. That was pretty not great. Oh, that was a pretty decent DP. Nice tech. And this should be dead? Yep. Oh, nice match from both of them, actually. And now Yuzu's in the corner versus Hyde. This can be pretty... Oh, nope. Drops the combo, so he gets popped out. Ringo not confirming there. I think that confirm for the corner is like spacing specific and kind of difficult, but I'm not too sure. Oh. Yeah, that you can only bait VO with that mid screen. It doesn't work in the corner. So good VO from Ringo. Gets himself out of the corner with it. And if he gets a clean hit, it'll be solid damage. Yeah, that Assault Grid Break will do it. Oh, it drops the combo though. Yep. Teleport CS to steal a turn up close. Oringo definitely from the aggressive Yuzu school and not the lame Yuzu school like Rurik is. Yeah, very good playing with spacing right there. Like, recognizes that it's really difficult for Hyde to actually do anything at that spacing. And so just sort of like, you know, goes in stance, throws out a single bato, cancels stance, you know, all that good stuff. JB and just keeps on assaulting at him. I really like to see Dark Matter learn to 3CA DOS. It would really be helpful in those situations. It's just a ton of grid right here, but it's throwing it away. Oh, gets a nice confirm. No, it gets hit, yeah. That Lotus is definitely still active. Decides he wants none of it, just Pale Bringers in neutral. I guarantee you that CS ate his special cancel on 660. I don't think he wanted 660 no cancel, for sure. Yuzu JB is a button and a half. 3.1, had to spend meter for it, but not too bad damage-wise. Oh, gets to confirm. Oh, it doesn't actually go into the full combo. Yep. Corner throw damage. Super prorated from Yuzu. Oh, Vios gets himself out of there. Tries to up back on Wake Up and gets clipped by 660. Yeah. Good stuff to Oringo right there. Forcing his turn back. I think he's dead, yep. It's 2-0 right now for Oringo. And I think Dark Matter just needs to get more comfortable dash blocking, really. Just sort of getting clipped. It can be difficult to do on net play, but oh, it gets caught by teleport low. Net play classic. Oh, charges and gets the cycle. Gets a counter hit J2C, but opposite throw after it. Maybe he wasn't expecting it to actually hit. And then Dark Matter not actually teching the gold throw, so.
セカンドクローズディバイド
Just up backing on every wake up to get out. Works out for him though. Not too much damage there. I feel like it's probably a bad combo. 2.3 seems quite low for Yuzu damage. Oh, and this will probably be it right here, unless he drops. Doesn't look like he will. So that will be a Ringo 3-0 against Dark Matter.
A new sacrifice comes to you.
So it seems like we've got CG versus Rurik as our final match. Let's see how it goes. CG not feeling too confident in Discord.
A new sacrifice comes to you.
But you know, you never know. Game to game, you can feel different, right? We just need CG to join. Oh, there he is. Yuzu versus Enkidu. This is it's a little bit of a struggle bus for Enkidu, but not too much. Especially with all the dash buffs he got. Like, he can dash block pretty effectively in this matchup. Oh, 6-6 beat counter hit. Let's go. Already gonna be the corner for Yuzu. Gets grid broken by the charge 5C. Tries to backdash and gets caught by 6-6C. Oh, gets grid broken on the Assault J. Yep. A very dominating first round from CG. Just catches Rurik for everything he tries to do. Scott trying to dash block. It's alright. It happens, especially in net play. Ooh, 5C to try to create a little wall right there. Thought maybe Enkidu would be running press 5B, but run under FF is certainly a way to stop Yuzu from up backing. Oh, nice. Delay 2B. FFCS, yeah, it gets guard thrusted. Oh my god, he got sucked into the tornado. Holy moly. Rurik finally getting some offense going. Which is good, because it was looking mad scary for him, yeah. CS EX parry for the kill. Dash by B trades, and because of Havoc, he just gets a free big boy combo, 3K. Well, whiffs throw and gets mashed on for it. Oh, drops the combo. Very good CS reversal from Rurik right there. JB, but doesn't get the full confirm. Teleport low, baby. The classic, the net play special. Rurik getting hit, probably trying to match 5A. Takes 3.6 for his troubles. Oh, this is where OS buttons come in handy for exactly that situation. Getting hit by the... Oh, tries to punish the FF, but it looks like 2D6X does not have like diving bolt or anything on that. Probably should have just pressed the diving bolt move if he has one. I'm not sure. 2C should be pretty solid damage in Vorpal. Okay, gets just clipped by IW for no reason, but not all of it, so only gets 2.7. Accidentally punishes parry. He was gonna do that slash timing regardless, so definitely not intentionally punishing parry. CS, yeah, nice backdash. Tries to up back JB, I would imagine, and gets counter hit by 660. Ooh, good stance dodge! IW, yep, that'll be their game. 1-1 each. I don't... Was he maybe trying to go for a reset or an early combo drop to win the cycle? I'm not too sure. Oh, this is chunky. What is happening here? Are they back? What is this frame delay? It looks like we might be back, but that was not good looking. Punishes the 4C. Oh, teleport spot dodge into spot dodge again. He's expecting CG to press buttons on the teleport, but CG not biting that time, at least at first. Bites on the second spot dodge. Yeah, tries to 236 B and gets slashed for his troubles. 2-1 for Rurik. Yeah, I think they're gonna return a room, and we might remake the lobby. Or not. Maybe they're just returning the room. Hoping to maybe not have it go insanely laggy. I don't know what was up with that. This looks a little bit better frame delay wise. Yeah, see, Dennis knows exactly what's up. Any issue with connection, you blame it on Dennis. Good shit. Good TO, taking the blame. Ooh, gets clipped by the Rekka. To BCS. To be super plus. Nice parry RPS. And then hits him with the charge 5C. Ooh, that VO is ill-advised. Gets punished for it too. Oh, up back FF? Also, I don't know why CG's trying to Dark Souls roll right there. Usually doesn't have a projectile, so it's kind of not good. Teleport, yeah. Whiff cancels that. Doesn't get punished for it either. G2C, still his turn. Oh, run up throw? Tri-style back and gets clipped by 5A. And this is pretty dangerous for Rurik. It's really difficult for a user to take her turn against Enkidu in the corner. Yeah, that'll certainly be a way to get out. And this is probably dead, yeah. Oh. Rurik doing his best to be an annoying as hell mosquito. Oh, goes in right there though. CG trying to Dark Souls roll. Dark Souls rolling not allowed against Yuzu. Doesn't seem very good. Up back. Oh nope, just 4B parry. FFA routes too. Pretty solid damage. Probably could have gotten a little bit more, but nice meaty 5C. Gets caught by the overhead, and he's in VO, so this is a lot of damage. I think that's it. Rurik 3-1 over CG.
A new sacrifice comes to you.
Alright, well I think that's it everyone. Thank you all for coming out and watching. Yeah. Decently fun. I want to thank Ash. He's the stream person for Edmonton and Alberta and all that kind of stuff, so definitely check out some of his stuff. Yeah, it was a lot of fun streaming some of our matches. I hope that the newer players go back and look at the pod and sort of, you know, see what they can pick up from, right? I wanted to get some of the newer player matches streamed so that they actually have stuff to look at and learn from. That's the main point of me doing a lot of these streams, to help those people get better, right? But yeah, thanks everyone for joining. I think that's gonna be it for me. Goodbye.